the rules. It doesn't. I don't care. I'm gonna stream. Okay. This is great. I'm gonna keep talking for 10 minutes. I'm gonna keep talking for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna make a part 2 when it reaches YouTube, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, that's part 2. And everyone's be like, ooh, what's happening? Wait, why is it only 10 minutes? And I'm gonna be like, you know how it is. Talk to YouTube CEOs. They're gonna explain better how the split system works or something. I don't want to get into another horror game. I have Genshin 100%. I have Genshin 100% goals. And that is never gonna happen. Let's be real. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I guess me as well on that matter. Because I remember that Asmongold gave the perfect description for this. He said that the issue with gacha games and games that have the gacha as an aspect is that it's like a bubble. When you're inside the bubble, it's very hard for you to come out. But it's even harder for you to get inside the bubble. Because there's the FOMO aspect. The FOMO aspect is very powerful. Because you want... And this happens with Warframe as well, by the way. If people keep saying that Warframe doesn't have that aspect, they're lying. Warframe also has that. You can... The Nora volumes, for starters. The updates, they give new content, so you gotta race up to keep up with the newest content. So you gotta level up your Warframe, fine-tune her, get the best mod so you can reach that level. And people are gonna say, oh, but it's fine. It's just gonna take some time. Dude, people don't have enough time. I'm sorry. Warframe is a game for people who want to waste their time. It's for people who really, really want to waste their time and money. But that's not the point. My point is with gacha games. Gacha games also follow the kind of the bubble, the idea of the bubble. Yeah, it's very hard for you to get in because you're afraid that when you get in, it's gonna be harder for you to get out, or it's gonna be harder for to keep up the content by then. Or you're gonna fear that you're gonna reach a point where you don't wanna miss anything anymore. I don't pay for it, but there is some real problems progressing the ranks. I look like a year break. I took like a year break. Yeah, the infamous burnout. The infamous burnout. Everyone reaches that point. I am very afraid of that point where the burnout happens. Because you reach a point where you're like, okay, do I really want to go back? You see what I mean? And then the withdrawal effects go away and you start to heal. And then you reach a point where you really wonder if you should go back. It's addictive. That's why I think that Nikke is... I'm still uncertain about Nikke, but I'm happy that out of the many examples of gachas, Nikke is probably the most tame out of the bunch. And I hope that more games, more mobiles or gachas that try to or gacha to PCs, right? That try to gacha mobiles to PCs. They try to follow on that example that Nikke is making. I'm just looking at my main's ass, to be honest. I kind of feel on that. Sometimes I wonder if Okay, I'm gonna show something. I'm gonna use an example here since I have the time. Now that I have the time, I'm gonna show you an example. I didn't make much progress, by the way. I'm still in chapter 2 because I'm very uncertain about my progress. Just look at my man's ass, to be honest. He's very handsome. Fair. Super fair. I think that the biggest issue usually those games is that every time that they show a good-looking male character, they make them too feminine. I'm sorry. Like, where is the very buffed dudes? Where is this? And it's fine for them to be slim, but what I mean, where is the good? I hit the gym. I wanna keep it. I wanna keep my priorities straight, kind of guys. The ones with the well refined butts. The ones that you look at it and you'll be like, damn, that guy takes care of his body like a temple. And again, he doesn't need to be Mr. Olympus. He just needs to be good looking and hit the gym. He doesn't need to be cocky. He just needs to have those right traits. And I'm gonna give an example. Gesturing Sam. Why don't have Gesturing Sams with the nice Brazilian asses? I'll post a pic. Okay. So most of the time they're feminine looking. General. Oh, I see. I think I saw him on some other arts. Yeah, he's a good example. You can kind of see that he has some muscles, not too much, but he's a guy who works out. Where's the butts? We need the butts. We need the well-defined Gesturing Sam butts. I want to show something about Nikki. Something very, very short. You guys are gonna, you kind of gonna see my point about where my priorities with the game are. It's gonna be kind of, it's kind of funny actually. Okay. Okay, right here. Shut up. Okay. You have a bunch of options. Yes. Yeah, laugh at me. I should have the noobs here, but that's not the point. What I mean is, you have Mr. Booba. You have Mr. I'm trying to be Alessa from God Eater. We have Dummy Mommy. And that's not the only dummy mommy. This is a dummy mommy with big boobas. There's other dummy mommies. I'm not going on those eras. Please no. We have I'm from the 2000s. I'm a fan of Evangelion. And I had a crush for some of the girls, the girls on the main cast. We have I have a butt. That's it. We have dummy. So okay, you get my point. We have all of those options. We have hags. Okay, you got my point. But you know, but out of all of those kinds of all of those Nikis, all of those supermodels, do you know the ones that I actually prefer? The ones that have cool armor. The ones that have the feminine look and the family look, you know, the fine touch of looking good. Okay, you can play around, but what I really like is the military drip. This is okay. This is just because it reminds me of Savi, but there's some military drip. But that's the whole point. I just like because of the I realized that I reached a point where I realized that what I really like about the designs is not the big boobs or the big thighs or the big asses or everything. Is the drip. Is the big guns. Is the armor.
Do I just need to remain
Is the helmet.
like this?
This is what I really like about the designs. Okay, this just looks straight up like Saori. I don't feel inclined for characters that have pretty much nothing other than their skin. And barely anything that like the bare minimum to kind of say, oh, I'm part of the military. And again, we can play around. We can definitely play around. You can definitely play around, but you see my point. I have a preference, and my preference is if I meet a woman in the battlefield, I want her to be full clad.
Soldier FA standing by.
And that's an interesting discovery that I found about myself regarding those kinds of games. And again, it's not that I don't like
Everything you need.
exotic designs.
Hope you put it to good use. Thank you.
Don't take me wrong, it's not that I don't like exotic designs. It's just that I have a preference. And no, I'm not gonna play. I'm sorry. But I just wanted to show my point. Because Sweet and DJ, they have that preference of, oh, I want to see boobas, I want to see sexy woman, etc. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I also like sexy woman. But I'm just saying, between sexy woman and seeing a woman that suddenly arrives in a power armor, you're gonna be like, damn, bro, damn, girl. Could you flex that cyber arm for me for a bit? This is what attracts me. My attraction is for the drip. The drip is everything. They kind of stand out because of it. Yeah. If you show me a character that is very flashy, but the design looks cool, I look at them and be like, whoa, that fits perfect, the perfect mingle of being sensual yet looking badass, right? For example, Bayonetta. Bayonetta is the perfect example of a dummy mommy kind of character, where the design, like it's sensual, it's sexy, sensual, jaw dropping, but at the same time it's a badass design. It's a good kind of girl power. If everyone on the battlefield has their boobs out, you notice the one that got dressed for the situation, right? Exactly. If you have an army of super female soldiers, and all of them have big boobs and big thighs, chances are everyone. You might think that this is something that will stand out, but I'm gonna say, when all of them have big boobs and big thighs, none of them are special. But if one of them arrives with full armor, I'm gonna start to pay attention more. But if there's one that has all of those qualities plus drip, that one is gonna stand on the battlefield. That one are gonna be like, okay, you. Yeah, you. They wanted the cool high-tech Virgil from Devil May Cry sword. The also it's important to wear protection. Yeah, it's important to wear protection. In more ways than one. In more ways than one. I like smart woman. I also like smart woman. I love smart woman. There is nothing more charming than a woman with a lot of knowledge to share. To a point where she just keep yapping and talking about many curiosities, about biology, about science, about life, about sociopolitics, about Warhammer 40k, about, I don't know, art or whatever, how Sonic, how the chronology of Sonic. I can just sit around and just listen to her every day. It's charming to me. I can totally deal with it's the perfect person to hang around. I love a stupid design that just has random household items as gear. Kind of like those yokais, right? It reminds me of that. It's kind of like the yokais from old legends. Because some yokais had some goofy. The design makes sense, but some of the designs are goofy. It's like, oh, he has a house for a helmet, or oh, he's wearing sockets, and he's jumping in one leg. And so most of the time you're not scared. You're like, hee ha ha. Look at him go. Look at the funny goober. Yeah, most yokais are like that. I would say. I mean, like a girl put on some pots and oven meat, but she got on the battlefield. Oh. The she got on the battlefield. I don't know why, but this is reminding me of Let Me Solo Her. The guy from Elden Ring. I remember that someone made an art of Let Me Solo Her, asking Milena for marriage by showing her a ring. And everyone and that image already said a lot. Like everyone was saying this, that everyone was in unison with that image. They were saying you gotta beat someone constantly to know all of their moves, so you are ready to marry them. So Let Me Solo Her took the harshest approach. He just kept beating her until he knew every single movement, every single strategy and movement possible that she would do, so he could marry her and understand her better. Now that is an interesting fanfic. Ugh. But yeah, it reminds me of that. I feel like if you apply the goofy logic of wearing utensils and kitchen stuff for the battlefield, the strongest armor would be the fridge from Indiana Jones, because he survived a nuclear explosion by hiding inside a fridge. So if by Indiana Jones logic, if someone used the equivalent to a fridge, go with the equivalent of a fridge to the battlefield, there is a high chance that they can survive anything. You know, this is a billion-dollar idea. What if they don't make an issue where Wolverine tries to fight the Hulk, but he takes an idea from the Indiana Jones movie, so he makes an armor, a samurai armor made out of a fridge parts. Must be one of those old models because the new ones would never survive. Yeah, the new ones would absolutely never survive. They keep breaking constantly. They're too fragile. They'll be gone. It kind of makes you wonder what the hell happened with the technology of the past. Like how? At what point? It became easier for them to break. Because back then it was easier to fix and the chances of it breaking were less. It's intentional. I know. I just want to lie to myself. That is... I know what you mean. It's the... what they call? Theory of the obsolescence. That's a name that they give. Obsolete... time span obsolete? Theory of obsolete object obsolete, something like that. I have hopes for the future that it will be illegal. That will only happen when we reach a point where the most basic of products break apart before our eyes. Because it will reach a point where one senator is gonna buy a phone or a fridge or something, and it's gonna break on 5 days after he buys it. That would be the point where greed took over their heads and someone has to do something. And then a senator's gonna be pissed, he's gonna make a bill, and then we finally gonna see some changes. But until that happens, it's gonna be like what, 10 years, 20 years? But I do believe that it's gonna become illegal, but it's something like way down the line. It will be EU. Absolutely. EU is the first one to EU is the first one to shoot the to make those kinds of laws. They have climate goals to reach, yeah. USB-C was just the start, Timo. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm kind of out of the loop of the USB-C. I'm sorry. I just know that Samsung decided to make it a standard procedure to have everyone use USB-C. That's the only thing that I know. It's a center for everything here now. Oh, okay, so it's exactly that. It's basically the whole thing about standard procedure. Yeah. Something that I hate about the new phones is that they don't have P2 entrances anymore. So there is only the USB-C entrance, so you have to get the either you charge your phone or you listen to music. Because you would need to have an adapter for USB-C to P2, so you can listen to with your phones. It's why the new iPhone announced with the USB-C. Yeah. Yeah, everyone wants to go USB-C. Do you think that they'll make a USB-D in the future? Like, okay, imagine this weird scenery. They keep making USB connectors, and now they're at C. And then eventually they're gonna be like D. But like 100 years into the future, they're gonna reach a point where it's gonna be USB-Z. And then someone is gonna come out and be like, okay, what now? What? Like, will they start to call USB Alpha, Beta, Gamma? How, you know, just like the generations that they're giving the names now, like the generation X, Y, Z. Now there's Alpha. Alpha is such an it feels like something out of American Psycho thing, kind of term. Oh, it's the Generation Alpha, and then it's a bunch of people with the not Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale picture. They got lazy with the names. Yeah, by then they just went lazy, full on lazy. Full on lazy. This music is so calming. I have something in my mind. There was a channel that I used to check called Classic Room Games. Classic Games Room, I think it's the name. Is this show around? Classic Games Room. No, it's not that. No, it's not that channel. It's probably running by another name. It's because I'm very bad at remembering stuff. Okami. I don't think it's gonna find Okami. CD-ROM Dertol. I think it's CGR. Yeah, Classic Games Room Dertol. That's the name. CGR Dertol. Yeah, I found it. Gen X called the desert desert? The desert generation here, and the millennials get called the dishwasher. Z is called presentation. the millennial, so this is an ongoing problem nowadays. The millennial generation is split between the people who knew that who recognize their problems, are seeing the worries of the future, and they recognize the problem, seeing the worries of the future, and so they are more grounded, let's put it like that. But then you have the other side of the millennials who are in full denial to a point of being cringe, not accepting that they are being cringe. In a bad way, by the way, not a good way. And essentially becoming... It feels like people escape the asylum and they are making all of the bad decisions possible for others. Gen X, yes, because they got dessert after dinner. Millennials have to clean up after them. And Z are tryhards that stress it out. Oh, so that's why. That's a good analogy. I feel sorry for the Generation Z. I don't think at that time people kept dishing out on them, calling them, oh, you a zoomer, you have no knowledge, you are a Fortnite kid. But then you realize that it's actually a good thing that they are zoomers, because now they have a fresh mind. Now, if they have the brain rot of Skibidi Toilet, that's a different situation. What I mean is, being a zoomer is not a bad thing. It's alright to be new to things. It's a fresh perspective. I remember that I saw some videos of zoomers, and they are kind of getting worried that they are aging fast. Like, aging super fast. Like, you would expect them to be at their early 20s, and suddenly they are looking like they are in their late 30s. And again, I think it enters into what you mentioned, that I think that the Zoomer generation is incredibly stressed. Maybe they have the capacity to focus more than the previous generation. They have more space to think about things. But at the same time, I think that they have a lot of stress on their shoulders, to a point where, yeah, they age fast. They're gonna be like Dante from Devil May Cry. Did you remember that Dante and Virgil, they are twin brothers? I hope so, because they don't look the same anymore. Virgil looks like... Virgil sure has the baby face. But Dante kept drinking, eating pizza. Sure, he exercises, but he's sure living a life of fast food and leisure sometimes, and drinking. So yeah, he naturally is gonna look like he's aging. He is older, and he's the younger brother, by the way. Okay, this is a channel that I used to. I kind of should do. It depends on the game. Where is it? Again, I keep missing the window capture. There you go. Ah, I love this. I simply love it. DJ played Dino Crisis 2.
May 10th, 2010. I'm about to step through.
This is the worst hairstyle ever, by the way. I wanna put a. This is the hairstyle that my mom wanted to try to make me have when I was a kid. I straight up put a bowl inside your. Put a bowl over your head. You know? Do you guys remember? Low band. Do you remember the Do you remember the Mandark from Dexter's Laboratory? So yeah, Mandark from Dexter's Laboratory. Let me see if I can find it so you guys get the idea. Dexter's Laboratory Mandark. Okay, look. That hairstyle. That hairstyle. You see what I mean? This is the hairstyle that my mom was trying to apply to me. She was like, "Oh, okay, sweetie, I'm gonna do the cute. Oh, your head looks cute. Let me try to cut the forehead and I'll go around. Oh, there's a bit of a curve here, and then." This is what she planned to do, because for a time I actually had a sort of, not like that. It's more like I had more leeway, but it was going on that direction. The bowl hair. So I got so traumatized by that. It was like, no, you're not gonna touch my hair anymore. I don't want this kind of a hairstyle. My father always lured me to the hairdresser and cut my hair short. Yeah. Nowadays my hairstyle is better. My hairstyle is 10 times better. But yeah, this is please go run away from this hairstyle. This is the worst hairstyle. Actually, the lore of how Mandark got this hairstyle is straight up exactly like the namesake. He used to have a long hipster hair. So to go against his father's wishes and his mom's wishes, because they were hipsters, he put a bowl over his head and he cut his long hair by using the bowl as a metric. And that's how he got the hairstyle that he has today. And the reason why there's this edge here is because the bowl that he used had a crack. So the crack became part of his hairstyle. My father was telling me my hair is not as long as I can grow it. Oh, that's awesome. I love women with long hair. It makes an M. Yeah, it makes an M. For Mandark. But yeah, do not become Mandark. I love women with long hair. Women with long hair, it's very, it's amazing for me. It's appealing. But don't not be afraid, because if you have short hair, depending on the hairstyle, I also like it. It's fine. It's completely fine. For example, if you are like, let me see, VTuber Savvy. Let me see if I can find her. If you have this hair, it's fine. It's amazing. I love you. I love you. Please have this kind of hair. Please, please be the dream girl of the girl of our dreams. Empower yourself. It's fine. But if you have long hair, I also love you. Completely fine. Okay, let's go back to the bowl hair.
To another time.
In his case, he made the edge cut here, but also okay, this is another thing. The German haircut, where they just buzz cut everything here and just leave this out.
Or maybe it's another world.
The original Dino Crisis is one of my favorite games on the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, and Onikana did she tried to do a cosplay of Regina.
While some describe it as being only Resident Evil with dinosaurs, my argument to that is
I love
it's
undercuts.
Resident Evil
Used to
with
have
dinosaurs.
one. Used to have an undercut? Oh my. That's amazing. Undercuts depending on the situation can be like a punk style.
It was a solid survival horror game with an awesome dinosaur theme. So when the sequel came around, I thought it was going to take the Resident Evil route, with the sequel taking the series to new heights. Well, it did take the series somewhere new. While Dino Crisis 1 was straight survival horror, Dino Crisis 2 is much more action.
I went to the
This
subculture.
change may upset people who are
Yeah, I went
fans
to
of
the
the original
subculture.
because it is so different. But after
Yeah,
you
and that's
play a little,
badass.
you'll see it's still a fun game.
Like kinda goth, but not. Oh, I see. I also love goth, the goth drip. But it depends a lot on the goth drip. Because sometimes sometimes people try to be goth, but I don't know what they're doing. Because it feels off. But then you have the goth that is soft, and then it works. Because it's not aggressively trying to be dark. You see what I mean? It's just there. Oh, okay. I have another example of that. Okay, let me first take out window capture because it could be dangerous. So let me see if I can find that character. Punk girl in school. Where is she? That's impossible. Where is she? Riza. I found her. There she is. Okay. Please, if you unsure if you are beautiful, if you unsure if you have, if you're making a statement on society, or if the guys like you, or maybe if the girls like you, it's believe me, they'll love you. They'll absolutely love you. I mean, I guess the lack of I guess the brows are gonna scare people, but the lack of brows can scare people. But besides that, oh my god, you're in. You're so in. This was the best part about the manga, by the way. The bound that she made by BDSMing a big guy. And she was unexperienced as hell, but she loved him so much that she tried her best. Look, this one. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. This is totally fine. This is completely fine. Like, if you reach that point where you're like, oh, I want to stand out, I want the world to recognize me. You more than recognize. You're fine. You absolutely fine. Grip is everything. But yeah, when I think about goth girls, I always remember her, Riza Beto from Prison School. My goth Oshi. It's fine. I've had bald head too long. You had bald head? That's insane. That takes a lot of courage. So I guess you could say that you lived all of the seasons, right? Because you lived the bald style, you lived the undercut, and now you're living the long hair. The long hair season. The hell is this? No, wrong one. Back off. I'm gonna leave this for later because I'm gonna raid him later. Because I think Meter is not gonna be around for much. I like long best. I also like long. I mean, not from me. It's just by observation is what I mean. Like I like people with long hair. They look badass. You know someone else that has long hair and he looks badass? This is not good. This is terrible. This is a 9/11 situation. This is good. This is amazing. This is the kind of guy that the girls want to go on a rock show. This is the kind of guy that the guys want to go on a rock show. Like, are you crazy? Look at this. You just destroyed him. Like, here he still has some hope. But yeah, like I said, long hair is better.
The game takes place a little after Dino Crisis 1. Now, on a remote research facility, an accident has occurred, and the town has disappeared and replaced with a prehistoric jungle. A team of Trat is sent in to travel back in time and rescue what survivors they can. Quickly, they are attacked by raptors and a T-Rex, killing most of the team except Dylan and Regina from the first game. The story is strong enough, being mostly about secret dealings of underground research, and moves the game along well. Like Dino Crisis 2, the game focuses on two main characters, but instead of playing basically separate games for each, you will be switching back and forth between Dylan and Regina. One will get trapped somewhere and the other one will have to come and rescue them. It works well, if not a little predictable, but keeps the gameplay.
What? Oh no, it's gonna do that speed thing again.
Walter.
Oh, there it is.
Walter.
I don't know why it's having a delay.
Walter.
Gotta look that up. I really don't know why it's having that delay. Okay, I got it. I drank the water. Walter.
Fresh. And speaking of gameplay, that has gone a drastic change from the first game. Instead of focusing on the slow-paced, methodical puzzles and fetch missions, this game is much more focused on the action. The developers understood that a lot of people just wanted to shoot dinosaurs, and that the first game had you.
See, this is the point. He's right. A lot of people just want to shoot dinosaurs. It's the innate primal desire to hunt bigger and nasty and scary things. And the fact that we had dinosaurs back then fitting that bill, and the stories that people kept making, you know, archaeologists and how the period where they lived used to be, it just gave space for imagination. So people wanted to have the opportunity to meet or fight them. I think that Akira, so kind of on a tangent, but Akira Toriyama, in some of his cartoons, kind of went into that because the dinosaurs are still up and going in Dragon Ball universe and some of the other ones that he made, and Intershare even. But yeah, people just want to shoot dinosaurs. Also, Dino Crisis 1, it was closer to Resident Evil, but it was, I would say, too monotonous.
Running away from them more often than not. That is not the case this time. Now, you cannot walk 5 feet without being ambushed by raptors. Luckily, you are given a powerful gun that will kill them in 1 or 2 shots. This came as a big surprise to me. I was treating this like a survival horror game.
There's also another detail. If you shoot them, the moment that they try to attack you, you perform like kind of like a counter, and this nets you a lot of points.
And I realized
it also can deal massive damage.
quickly it is not. There is even a combo counter tracking how many dinosaurs you've killed in a particular area. That awards you with points.
The best way for you to farm is to find the blue dinosaurs, I forgot what their name is, and do exactly that, do the counter. There's an area there I remember that had like three of them spawning, so you can keep killing them with those counters and farming them for points. And then you can buy off the weapons.
That you can use at a save station to buy new weapons, upgrade weapons, or buy health. Now you will always have plenty of health and ammo, making you not fear the dinosaurs, but instead have them fearing you. The world is not as open as the first game, having you running down linear paths to get from one area to the next instead of finding your way. This works very well for the style of gameplay, having some good boss scenes and attacks along the way. And the world is brought to life with some of the best graphics on the PS1. This game is really pretty. The only slight grip I have about this game is the controls. It still uses the classic survival horror controls, which is personally the way I prefer to play my horror game. But this is not a survival horror game, and the controls get in the way when you have 5 raptors around you. You'll get used to them and enjoy the game.
You know what DJ would say about that? Skill issue. Skill issue. Pure skill issue. And yeah, kind of like
but
a point.
The game would have been much better with analog controls. The game is very...
I don't like tank controls. However, I understand that some games were born to play with tank controls.
Good and very fun, but very different from the first game. If you are looking for more of the same, then look elsewhere. But if you're looking for some solid action involving dinosaurs, then you won't be disappointed.
I like how the cutscene already shows a lot of the... The cutscene already shows a lot of the events of why that T-Rex is missing an eye. And yeah, that's pretty much the explanation. What? Oh, it's because... What the hell happened? And that's why I always put a background to prevent any issues. What the hell happened? Is something closed? It was supposed to show. That's so weird. All of the images are not playing. The background images for some reason. Oh, that's why. I'm stupid. I misclicked the small screen where I'm encapsulating everything. I am stupid. I am stupid. You know what? The SSS won't sync actually fits the situation. Especially with the music. Okay guys, I am very tired. I think we went above and beyond right now. But now that I'm noticing the time, I guess I could speak for more 6 minutes so I can fill up the quota for a few more. It's fine. Let's talk. I wanna talk. I wanna feel the quota. I wanna be like I wanna make Arthur proud and yap. I know that Telt is gonna be like, oh, you how can you stream for 30 hours or so? And I'm gonna be like, but Telt, it's adrenaline. Sorry, Telt, it's the adrenaline. You are having it wrong, my dude. It's a curse, not a blessing. Yeah, I think I should eat. I just want. Okay, so I wanna keep. Let's hit the 30 hours. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's hit the 30 hours because I don't like to leave a stream with 12 hours and 55 minutes. 12 hours. Sorry, 13 hours is the optimal way. Okay, let me talk about how Vicky is amazing. How about that? Let's talk about let's talk about how Vicky is a good artist. Actually, that's something that I wanted to. Okay. So that's something that I actually wanted to ask. Vicky, when you, it's something that I always ask artists every so often. When you draw things, when you started to draw to learn how to draw, did you draw on a paper first, or did you start with digital drawing? Because I presume most artists started with just drawing on a paper. Yes? Okay, but which one? The paper first. Oh, I see. So it's perfect, paper first. Yeah, most artists I would say start with paper. Which makes sense because it's where everything starts, where they get a grip for the art. When you have painting software, you have to worry about learning how to use the software as well as learning how to use the software and learning what each option would give you the best optimal color scheme and position. But when you're drawing yourself, your brain is the control. The rest is just pencils and colors. I take breaks from digital from time to time to keep the skills of drawing on paper. Oh. Do you feel like drawing on paper carries advantages to digital drawing? Because I would say that the weight of using a pen for drawing on paper would prepare you to feel lighter when using the digital pen. It's like the Rock Lee weights, right? Kind of like that. The line art needs to be on point. Yeah, makes sense. I remember that I had a friend that he had. I have a friend that he actually did that. When his first avatar that he did, he drew on paper and then he made a PNG. He transferred to PC and made a PNG. So I can bang out straight lines like a pro. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? I just... Okay, no ads. No ads. Okay, let's skip the ads. Yep, let's add. Let's skip the ads. No ads for now. Especially because I'm gonna end, so it's fine. Now I finally put a use for the delay ads. You can only delay ads for 3 times, by the way. It's interesting. Yeah. I kind of want to learn how to draw one day. I have a very fertile imagination, but I don't have the skills to bring them out. If I had, it would be so funny. It's just that I don't know where to start specifically. I remember there was at a stream where Paige and there was another one that there was kind of like a giving me, I think it was Kizara, that they were kind of like giving me vibes to say, oh, draw, you should try to draw. There's always a first time. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. Maybe one day. I want to make memes. Okay, we finally hit the 13 hour mark. So I'm gonna finally crawl to my rest and we're gonna raid someone. Next stream. Yeah, just do it. Yeah, just do it. I should try. It's just that I know that every time that I try to draw something, it's just gonna be a bunch of sticks and colors. Stickman. Stickman are us. They make this stick inside of you or something. Get one of those ship tablets. Yeah, I could try to find one of those tablets. It's a good option, yeah. And then when I finish using the ship tablets, I can teach you some tricks too. Oh. Thank you, Vicky. For once you will teach the Lord of Tricks some tricks. Okay, my mind is mushy and I'm gonna raid Arthur. I think it's high time that we finish this up. We did a lot. We beat a nostalgic game. 100% actually, you got everything, as always. And Vicky became the ancient one. We yapped a little bit. I admit I should train my yap more, but try to understand, I'm tired. But I admit that I should try to refine my yap as well. Like my yap needs more content. It has content, but it needs more content. It's like when you have the right level to fight an iconic boss, but you know that there's more to the game. So you constantly have this shadow, like this shadow over your shoulder, saying, "Okay, you cool, but it's not enough. Where's the content? Where's the content? You need to be more. You need to. This is not enough. There's people with way more." And I'm not reaching a point where it's consuming me. But it's a point where you recognize and you wish that you could do more. Which is healthy in a way. But at the same time, it's unsettling. But I'm happy that I'm actually making some progress one way or another. For example, the streamer bots, I'm doing stuff. It's working. I mean, kind of working, but it's working. Maybe one day I'll learn how to use Sammy. But I feel like I would feel better using Sammy if I had a Stream Deck. I don't have a Stream Deck. To be continued. Zoom. Trademark. Yeah, let's raid. Let's raid. Let's not daddle anymore. Let's not daddle anymore. No more daddling. No more daddling. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for lurking, for the bits, for the bits, for the subs, for just being here. Just being here is enough for me. It already makes me happy. And it kind of means that it basically means that, yeah, I'm making something. Something is cooking. Something is working. Might not be the best, but it's growing, and that is what matters. When something grows, even if it's small. Oh, Arthur is talking about the RP part, about the drama. Okay, we gotta raid him now. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Let's raid Arthur. I wanna watch this. I wanna check this out. This is gonna be great. Okay, guys, see you there. Thank you so much. Bye. See ya. Ange.